The Silent Shadows. In a small, isolated town nestled deep within the woods, strange occurrences had been happening for years. Locals spoke of the Silent Shadows, eerie figures that appeared only at night, lurking in the dark corners of the town. No one dared to venture out after sundown, for fear of encountering these enigmatic entities. The story begins with Sarah, a young woman who had recently moved to the town with her teenage daughter Emily. Sarah had heard the unsettling stories about the Silent Shadows, but dismissed them as mere superstitions. She was determined to make a fresh start in this quiet community. As Sarah and Emily settled into their new home, they began to notice peculiar things. Whispering voices in the dead of night, cold drafts that chilled them to the bone, and unsettling glimpses of shadowy figures outside their windows. Emily, being a curious teenager, started to investigate, believing the legends might hold a kernel of truth. One evening, Sarah was working late at her job, leaving Emily home alone. As night descended, Emily heard the whispers again, but this time they were calling her name. She followed the eerie voices through the creaking corridors of their old house and into the basement. There, she discovered a hidden, dusty journal bound in faded leather. Its pages were filled with cryptic writings and sketches depicting the Silent Shadows. Emily realized that the journal belonged to the previous owner of the house, a man who had mysteriously disappeared without a trace. The journal hinted at a dark secret, a ritual that could reveal the truth about the Silent Shadows and possibly free the town from their malevolent presence. Fueled by curiosity and determination, Emily began deciphering the journal's instructions, slowly unveiling a series of rituals and incantations. She also learned that the shadows were once human, victims of a curse placed upon the town centuries ago. They sought revenge against the descendants of those responsible. As Emily delved deeper into the rituals, the Silent Shadows grew more restless and aggressive. They tormented her every night, attempting to thwart her progress. Sarah, noticing her daughter's distress, became worried and decided to investigate the journal herself. Together, they pieced together the final, chilling ritual that would confront the Silent Shadows and break their curse. On the fated night of the ritual, Emily and Sarah stood in the heart of the town, a clearing deep in the woods where the shadows were said to be the strongest. They lit candles, chanted incantations, and slowly, the shadows began to take form, writhing and howling in agony. The curse's origin was revealed. A group of townspeople who had wronged an innocent outsider, cursing them to eternal torment. In a heart-wrenching twist, Emily realized that they could only free the Silent Shadows by offering them forgiveness. She spoke directly to the shadows, empathizing with their pain and anguish. Slowly, the once menacing figures began to lose their malevolence, becoming more human with each word of forgiveness. As dawn approached, the Silent Shadows dissipated into the morning mist, leaving behind a town forever changed. The curse was broken, and the townspeople finally found peace. Emily and Sarah had not only saved themselves, but had also brought redemption to the tormented souls trapped in the curse. The townspeople, once fearful of the shadows, now celebrated Emily and Sarah as heroes. They had conquered the horrors of the past, proving that even the darkest secrets could be forgiven and redeemed with empathy and courage. The tale of the Silent Shadows became a cautionary legend, reminding all who heard it that the past should not be forgotten but forgiven, for the shadows of vengeance can only be dispelled by the light of compassion.